Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. Okay, so today's the day, guys. Today is the day that the made-to-order window for the MOTU Origins Wun-Dar figure goes up on Mattel Creations. Well, actually, it's September 27th right now in Malaysia when I'm doing up this recording. But I'm, counting down the hours, right? I'm sure that all of you are as well. They announced this thing like a couple of weeks ago, and everybody has just been waiting for this thing to go live because I'm sure there's a ton of you guys out there, just like myself, that did not manage to get your hands on this figure. And you'll notice that unlike what happened with the MOTU Origins Grizzlaw figure, there isn't a sale period that's happening before the made-to-order window, right? So this probably also adds to the authenticity of the statements provided to us that this figure has in fact sold out completely. So it's straight back to the factory, right? And I'm just wondering if, as of the time that I'm putting together the video, I've not seen anything yet on Mattel Creations. I think the countdown is going to be up probably in a couple of hours' time. Or maybe because there isn't a sale, there isn't going to be a countdown. It's just going to go straight into the made-to-order window as soon as this thing hits 9 a.m. on September the 28th. But yeah, this is everyone's opportunity to finally bring some measure of closure to this entire Wun-Dar debacle that's been sort of like, dragging on for a couple of months now, ever since, the whole situation with the figure being leaked out there early and to the point that, everybody didn't know as to whether or not it was actually supposed to be an official exclusive. Then the announcement for the exclusive went out and the thing sold out, okay, during the sale period within, supposedly less than, what was it, like 3 minutes? Some people said one, I don't know, okay? All I know is that I tried for it, definitely, and I was rejected, okay? I was in the queue, okay? I made the order, like I said, I covered it in the video, but then, nothing went through. So after that, there's a lot of discussions online, a lot of videos were put out and stuff like that. And nobody could actually predict Mattel's direction in actually deciding to open up the figure once again for a made-to-order period. I'm wondering though, if this thing is actually finally going to be in our hands, perhaps, a year from now, right? Because it seems like when it comes to the made-to-order situation, there's no guarantees as to how early the thing can actually be, produced and actually put out there to us. So probably, yeah, it might take like a year, I guess. But look, at least we know that this thing's on the way. Okay, getting into the title of the video, Dark Tales of Wun-Dar. So where am I going with this? All right, this is actually a video that I've been wanting to do for quite some time now because of, stuff that happened, stuff that I actually experienced, in the process of perhaps trying to obtain this Wun-Dar figure, and also some other stuff too that I found it like really quite difficult to actually figure out how exactly I wanted to go about it. I felt like I wanted to talk about it and share a video about it and like what actually happened, but at the same time, I was thinking to myself that maybe there's some elements to it that's just a little bit more sensitive. Okay, there's two components here. The first component is me actually as a YouTuber, having a channel that I've actually directed a lot of it towards Masters of the Universe content. And this is actually something that more or less was dictated by the direction of the audience, because when I first started out the channel, honestly, there was Masters of the Universe content going all the way back to 2018. But I could see that at the time, probably there wasn't much of a response to it until Origins started coming in and I started to do more of Origins coverage on the channel. And a lot more people, like all over the world, just woke up to the fact that He-Man was back. So, it became more fun, I suppose, talking about Masters of the Universe on the channel. And that's basically what has been, I would say, probably what makes up about 70 to 80% of the content here. And the response has always been great, of course. Okay, I'm truly appreciative of everybody that tunes into the videos and stuff like that. So my job as a YouTuber in that respect is to actually always report on actual events, updates as I get them, reviews as early as I can provide them if I'm able to. And this is actually what I actually do here on the channel. I think that I'm quite happy being able to do that, and it has been a very rewarding experience. The other side of it is also the fact that I am a collector first and foremost. Before any of this stuff, I'm somebody that actually enjoys the action figures, but I'm not buying this stuff. I don't get my hands on this stuff for investment purposes or stuff like that. I mean, you obviously see that I have to open up the figures anyway for reviews and stuff like that. So, that is actually the other component where I'm actually also trying to get this stuff for my personal collection and to share it with you guys also as fellow collectors. I can't say for sure that I actually was like really really in need of this particular figure. But what happened was that, nobody even knew that this thing was even happening until the leak happened. And I did a whole bunch of videos talking about what was going on with the leak and trying to get information on what's actually happening. And I'm based all the way out here in Malaysia, and this thing's like happening someplace in the States. Okay. But I was getting information coming in and stuff like that, and I was able to put up some videos. And I think one of the videos where I was able to actually talk about, how much this thing was actually being sold for the very first time, and what people were getting their hands on it for, because I think the issue of the price was something that nobody really had any intel on. And I did a video talking about that. I think it was one of the first on YouTube. And I was, really getting into the whole spirit of the whole thing. And when it came time to actually try for the pre-order period, like I said, before this, there wasn't really a lot of stuff that was open for pre-orders on Mattel Creations or whatever it was, especially like Origins related stuff. So I decided to, just try for it, okay? And when the thing just sold out as fast as it did, I thought to myself, look, shit, I've done like so much coverage on this damn thing. I would just like to get my hands on the figure so I can actually do a proper review of it. Just talk about the actual figure, not just talk about the figure being out there. And of course, like so many of you guys out there, nobody really knew, okay, what the deal was with this figure. Okay, why was it, sold out so fast? And nobody could even imagine that it could be something like a second opportunity to even get it. And that also made me reflect back on, my efforts to actually reach out into the community to try to see if anybody had doubles of the figure at the time, which is something that I actually did. I did ask if anybody had extras that were not intended for resale, okay? But they were actually just extras. Maybe you got them for whatever reasons, person that you maybe got it for couldn't take it off from you. I wouldn't know unless I actually asked. But, if there was somebody that was actually willing to let go of it to me at the normal price that you purchased it for, so I could actually get it in my hands and do a review for it, right? Not to, have me or, ask me to actually purchase it at the reseller's price that's on eBay, which is going for like about $100. I don't want to do that. There's no way that I could possibly justify that purchase for a review on the channel when in reality, it just wouldn't cover it. Now, I think that one of the questions I always get asked here is like, hey, but doesn't YouTube pay you? You do the videos, don't you get paid for them? I think that anybody who actually has a YouTube channel of their own, if you have a similar subscriber base as this one, which is like under 4,000, okay, if the channel was actually able to sustain itself based on the quality of the videos that you're seeing, all right, based on the products that get reviewed, and whatever goes into the production cost of the videos, to make it as as good as they can be, as good as I can possibly make them. I think that there's no way probably that the channel is able to actually sustain itself based on its current subscriber base, owing also to the fact that this is a very niche sort of channel and it's like focused mainly on retro toys. I would say that I just try to get by. I just try to make sure there's content, there's videos out there that you guys can watch, all right, if you're tuning into the channel, stuff that you probably might enjoy. But there's no way, okay, that the production cost of these videos can be sustained by, whatever I'm getting back from YouTube at this point, all right? So when you're asking me to, probably invest $100 in a figure that's already at that point, okay, one that's been reviewed by everyone at that point, but I just wanted to provide my own take on it, okay? And I ain't going to be able to do that with pictures, so I need the actual thing in my hands. So for me to invest like $100 in that figure would be impossible. So hence why the reason why I was actually reaching out to the community. And I would say that the experience of that was certainly an eye-opener, because when I look back at some of the responses that people were giving me, they seemed really offended by the fact that I was asking, because all I said was just that, if you guys have extras of the figure, let me know. Do get in touch with me. I'd love to get it off your hands. Okay, I thought it was implied that, look, I'm running a channel here that does reviews. I need to get my hands on this figure because I couldn't score it. And it seems that people were really upset by the fact that I was asking. And some of the responses I was getting was like, this guy was asking me, hey, you are planning to pay for it, aren't you? And I was like, but you didn't even tell me whether there's a figure here that we're dealing on. Okay, you're just asking me whether I'm going to pay for it, as though there's a history of you knowing me in transactions where I take things from people without paying for them. Where is this line of communication coming from? And then there was this other guy that I remember followed up on that comment, and he was saying something like, oh yeah, I sure hope that he's planning to pay for it. And I was thinking to myself, guys, I don't even see any evidence here of a confirmed deal that we even agreed on. And where are you getting off with the impression that I'm asking to take something from somebody without paying for it, okay? I mean, I look back at the message that I sent out there. Was there something in the way that I conveyed it? Did I say that, hey, guys, do you have a spare of this particular figure? If so, give it to me right now. Is that how I came across as sounding? Because I don't think so. You know, I mean, all I could attribute it was just that this whole Wun-Dar thing was just driving people just freak crazy, okay? This is making people insane. Anyway, this guy was actually in fact, the guy that followed up on the comment, I remember he was actually, trying to follow up on all the other messages that I was putting out there. And he was just trying to see, is there somebody out there that was actually going to give me this figure for free? Why? Okay, it's so much for me to even ask somebody to just sell it to me, okay, at the normal price, okay, that you bought it for. Why would I go to the extent of actually asking somebody to just give it to me for nothing? I don't understand, right? Okay, but he was following up on everything, and then because I recognized the same account, okay, he was starting to leave like comments on some of the other videos that I did, and some of them was like getting to be a bit snarky. All right, and I would see the comments being highlighted to me. I was just wondering, look, what's up with this guy? I mean, are you like stalking me to find out if by off chance there's a conversation somewhere where somebody says, hey, Ken, listen, hey, look, I'm going to pass you this figure for absolutely nothing, okay? Maybe he was looking out for that, right? So in one of the comments he put out there, because I asked him something that he had commented on one of the videos there, he commented on something that was really, something really ridiculous, okay? I can't remember what it was, but it was something very minute that I felt that didn't need to be pointed out, but the only reason why he mentioned it was just to get a response. So I said, hey, look, is there anything else about the video that you observed? Then he was going on something about, oh yeah, I can tell you what else I observed, okay? I observed that you like to ask people for free things. I was like, oh Jesus, again with this free shit, okay? And I asked him about it. I think that at that point, I just kind of like lost my nerve. All right. I mean, I've been putting up with this for like what, days now. And then I still hadn't even gotten my hands on the Wun-Dar figure on top of all that. So, why do I have to listen to this? So, I asked him about it. I said, look, highlight to me, okay, where did you see me actually comment or mention that I wanted to take something for free? And I didn't receive a reply from him. Okay, he just went like radio silence, right? So I decided, you know what, the hell with this, okay. So I just got him off the channel. Because I mean, I think it's just better for him as well, probably to help him deal with what was going on, okay, right? Because he obviously developed like some kind of obsession with everything that was happening, okay? And I did give him time to reply me, all right? Like, like a couple of days, okay, but there's no response, okay? So I just do not want communication like this going out there because it's based on what, okay? I'm making a request, and, I mean, if you can't comprehend what the request is, okay, I mean, you can deal with it on your own time. Now, there is a part 2 to this video, definitely. By the time that this recording goes out, I mean, it'll be titled as a part 1. There is a part 2 that I pretty much decided I'm going to leave it in the members section. Okay, so there's going to be a link for it in the description. Anybody who wants to listen to it, if you're signed up as a member, I think, you have access to the video, to the recording. In a way, it's a sign of commitment. And I think that sometimes there's content here that it's a bit more sensitive, and I feel that it should be in a more controlled environment like a member section and not just like out there, okay, on YouTube. But the second part of it is more of an attack, okay, like an attack on the channel that I did not, honestly see coming. And it's all related to this Wun-Dar, this damn Wun-Dar action figure. And you know how sometimes it's like, if somebody has something against the channel. I mean, I try to avoid drama here on the channel. Guys, honestly, okay? There was a time, I think like a couple of months ago, like last year, I started to see like, I think just about all of the toy channels that I follow was simultaneously or just like months apart from each other, like getting into wars with each other, okay? Like they were having these battles, okay, with each other. Just about every single YouTube channel that I follow on like toys and retro toys at that time, okay, had a problem with each other. And I couldn't understand what the hell was going on. It's like, to me, it was like, is somebody actually behind the scenes orchestrating all of this? Now, I don't need to get into details on this whole thing. I believe that most of you out there that follow YouTube channels regularly on toy coverage should have a gist of what I'm talking about. But all I'll just say is just that as a fan, honestly, nobody really wants to see stuff like this happen. Okay, a lot of people think that, oh yeah, people enjoy the drama, it's like clickbait and stuff like that. But honestly, it's just time consuming to be involved in something like this. It just sucks out a lot of energy. And you need the energy instead to work on the channel and to provide quality content to your readers or viewers or whoever it is. Okay, so that's what you need to be spending your time doing. And just drama just hurts everybody. And I just feel that sometimes even if you try to avoid it, it could be a component of it that just tries to find its way to you, all right? That just reaches out to you. And a lot of times I believe that it's just stemming from the nature of the whole collecting game, all right? This is something about this hobby that will somehow spark some form of drama, and just sometimes it just spills over online. So the channel was under attack, but it's from an attack that I didn't even see coming. And I had to try to keep it, behind the scenes and the wraps and stuff like that. But yeah, it did happen. And it's not like, I'm in Castle Grace kind of like Hordax assembling outside there. I could see him clearly coming. But this is like something that I did not even see coming at all, because I was in a state of comfort, I would say. And it's like, more like a Trojan horse being snuck in, like Faker or something like that, okay? You think he's your friend, okay, but he's not, okay? He's an evil robot. So that's something that actually did happen to the channel, and I will want to air it out. I do want to talk about it. It's going to be in part 2 in the members section. Anybody can just listen to it if you're a member. You don't have to, definitely, but I think it's something that I definitely need to put out there for sure at some point. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's just something sometimes you need to talk about this stuff to just get it out. Try to figure out actually what actually happened, and talking about it does help. So anyway, I hope, okay, that everybody that wants to get their hands on this Wun-Dar figure will do so, all right, because this is your chance. Apparently, there's a 48-hour window here. There's more than enough time, okay? If you had any reservations, there's still more than enough time for you to, make that confirmed decision to just get this figure. Thanks for joining me for this video. Thanks for listening as always, and I'll catch you guys again real soon with more content. Take care out there.